Yes, acceptance is the only way in this world. When we look upon other people, a lot of times we feel pity and we judge. Judgment is, like I said, going to be a part of our lives forever because the ego does it. The thing is that we don't have to listen to it, even though it's a part of what we think. Feeling sorry for another human being makes us feel obligated that we need to help them. You have to be careful because that's an ego response. You have just, in that swift moment, disempowered the person that you think you're trying to help. You've just agreed with them that they are not capable of doing this on their own. Well, how do I be a nice person then? Being nice doesn't mean that we think we can save everyone. Remember, we have to be taking care of our own backyard before we jump into somebody else's backyard. We need ourselves first, and that is not being selfish. If you can't love and accept yourself unconditionally, how on earth are you supposed to love and accept somebody else? If you can't believe that your finances are in control, why are you giving your money away? We often try and fix other people, buy other people things, give other people money, help other people find a job, because we don't want to take care of ourselves first. We think that if we do it for someone else, we will be recognized as nice people, and other people won't know that we still think we're not. We have to look at ourselves first. Absolutely volunteer, but make sure you're not doing it because you feel obligated. If you're feeling obligated, then you will eventually resent it, and then again, you're working from ego. You're doing it because you think you have to, not because you actually want to. So are you really volunteering your time then? We really have to focus on being true to ourselves. And that's, again, where I caution people about talking to other people about what they're doing. When you leave yourself open for judgment, you will be judged. And if you start to listen to what other people are telling you, you'll forget, if I could do anything, what would I do? And you'll be trapped in the reality that's presented to you externally, once again. And it can happen in a very swift moment. This society is extremely hard to navigate. We live in a negative society. We lived in an ego-based society. But it doesn't mean that you can't float within the river you're presented. The idea is not to fight against it. The idea is to accept it. The idea is to navigate your own thoughts. Be aware of what you're thinking. Accept what you're feeling so that you can accept that your life is exactly where it needs to be. And then you can be grateful for it. So the reality you perceive is empowering to not only you, but to everybody else around you because you believe your life is what it's meant to be. You believe that you are what you are meant to be and you are enough. And these are unspoken words. If you watch somebody who's always trying to explain themselves or trying to say, oh, I'm good enough, really, I'm good enough, we don't believe them. Because when we truly believe it, we become it. And when we become it, we exude that feeling. It leaks out onto everybody else around us. And they know we respect them. They know, and we know, if we ever truly needed to be there for somebody, we would be, period. We would not think about it. If you have to think about your actions, chances are you're not supposed to be doing them. The example of a burning house. If you're meant to run into a burning house, trust me, you'll be in it before you think. When we are meant to do something, it is done already. That's why you have to really be aware of what you think. Our thoughts simply create our reality. We are going to do what we are meant to do in spite of them. And that's where acceptance comes in again. Some people say, oh, AuKeeRa, I tried all that and I still fell flat on my face. That's okay. You think you got up and walked the first time too? No. You crawled. You grabbed the furniture. You took help. You took somebody else's hand. You didn't quit. You kept doing the best that you could your way. Some of us learn to walk in very odd manners. But the way that we choose to learn is right for us. There are other books besides mine that are out there that might aid you in this journey to yourself. Some of them are A Return to Love by Marianne Williamson, The Only Diet There Is by Sondra Ray, Handbook to a Higher Consciousness by Ken Keyes, and that one's no longer in print, but you can find it. The Celestine Prophecy, only the first book, by James Redfield. Mutant Message Down Under, that's the first book, by Marlo Morgan. The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. The Pagan Christ by Tom Harper. What the Bleep Do We Know is a phenomenal movie that a person may want to check out. My CD set is really, really wonderful when navigating this. I still use my own CDs. And yes, I am one person who uses my own things. Why? Because I practice what I preach. I actually live it. And that's why I know all of us can do it, because I'm living proof. No, I haven't had the easy life, but I feel like I have, and that's the difference. I feel like I've been gifted with everything I could have ever asked for. If you don't have the means to go and buy a CD, on my website on the last page, there is enough of a soundbite of Journey to the Self that will allow you to recenter yourself. Sometimes all we need to know is there's somebody out there in our corner who actually knows we're okay. It resets us to take ourselves back to us. It's worth doing. When you're listening to other people's theories, make sure you keep what is only set for you. And you will find that you grow and change. So allow your theories to grow and change. Certain things that used to work for me, certain theories that used to work for me, now don't sit anywhere in the theories that I work in now and the way that I perceive my life. And that's okay, because I'm in a different space. And we have to allow that within ourselves too. And that's why when I was saying, if I could do anything, what would I do? Trust me, I do that exercise on a regular basis. Once you learn to journal and once you learn to actually just recheck in with yourself and allow yourself to lead you, you do use your own knowledge on a regular basis. Do I ask other people their opinion? Yes, I have people I trust that I ask from time to time. I ask for a lot of hugs. Hugs are a really good thing. When I'm having a bad day, first of all, I'm allowed. Second of all, I ask for a hug. I don't start getting snitty and blame anybody else. And that's where I was talking about calling my own bluff. I realized that I can perceive this as a really bad thing, or I can just simply accept that I'm having a bad day. Accepting that I'm having a bad day right away takes the extreme feeling away and allows me to not see myself as weak or failing, and gives me the strength to ask somebody else for a hug, not to be fixed just because I need a hug. A bad day doesn't mean I did something wrong or I'm broken. It simply means I'm having a bad day. This is life. It is not meant to be an uphill climb. We don't need to make it bigger than what it is. Every day our lives are going to happen. Every day we are a part of that life. And our thoughts, our perception, will determine what that's going to look like. It's been a wonderful hour with you. I look forward to meeting with you next week once again. We'll be talking about communication. Take care. Till soon. This is AuKeeRa Rayne.
Thank you for being with us on The Psychology of Spirit with your host, AuKeeRa Rayne. We hope you've enjoyed today's program and will return to us next Monday afternoon at 5 p.m. Eastern Time and 2 p.m. Pacific Time on Seventh Wave Network. Remember, life is not meant to be an uphill climb. It's just life.